I'm Lauren, and this is May in my Wonderland 222 planner. So you may have noticed the knife sticker that was here eventually gave up the ghost, so I just peeled it off, stuck it in here, and now it isn't coming off anymore, which is great. I think I'm still up to date on this. I didn't have too much to add for May to the index here. These are my full page stickers that I put on very badly so they don't cover up the stuff they're meant to cover up, but I am at peace with that. I've got my various health activities that came up for me and the family noted. Here is the quarterlies, and you can see that I have fully given up on my original plan of having gardening stuff, and now I'm just fully taking stock of like video game activities, which is fine. Hold on, did I miss it? Let's see. Another full page sticker. And then we'll look for, here's May. Yeah, where I'm tracking my various habits, although you can see that the daily page one, you know, I keep up on it. I usually end up updating it after the fact as I back journal, but then the 5-year journal I've just like completely given up on. Maybe eventually I will go back to it, but I'm not sure. All right, let's go look at the, where is it? The month and the weeks. Here we go. On the very first page, the overview page, I like to keep track of the stuff that I'm like reading, watching, playing, any other kind of media. I was doing this brain dump thing for a while, but I've kind of given up on tracking like to-do items in this planner. I have restaurants that we went to, knitting works in progress that I have on the needles, and then orders that I'm waiting to arrive, because I tend to order things and then forget about them, and then I never know if they show up or not. On the monthly pages, I have the daily Wordle. I don't always manage to write it down before it disappears because I don't pay for the app. However, I have since learned that you can just take a screenshot of the winning page and then you can write it down at your leisure. So if you're trying to keep track of your Wordle, but you don't always have your journal on hand, I recommend just screenshotting your results screen. Not quite so much sticker bar for this month as compared to previous months, but I'm still pleased with the overall mood. I really like how this week turned out, mostly because it's red, I think. And then on the last page, I have any knitting projects that I finished, any books that I read. Don't judge me, I don't read a lot of books. The favorite moment of the month, how many times I used my CrossFit subscription is not the right word, membership, a nice pick of the month, and then some random ephemera sticker or whatever that I'm trying to get out of my sticker book, to be honest. All right, let's go to the dailies. Get this guy out of the way. I was trying, I think, in this month to do just more, even if I just wanted to write, to at least put like a border, a sticker, something to like make the page more visually exciting. Not that there's anything wrong with just writing words, obviously, no judgment. But for me, when I look back on it, I really like to have just like some kind of visual in addition to the words, so that as I'm just glancing at it, I can sort of enjoy whatever color or something that I've done there. So hopefully you'll notice that as we flip through here. Just did some random borders in like Tombow marker here. I don't necessarily love this effect. It looks a little half-assed, which I guess it is, so that's fair. This is, as you can tell, a coffee stained, what is this called? A doily? It's paper though, I don't know. And then, yeah, some more miscellany to basically to fill up this page. Some more examples of writing, but trying to make it aesthetic. Let's see, this is a little piece of origami paper that I just stuck in an old popcorn bag, which yes, had real popcorn in it. So here we went to, it was like a local yarn store tour, and they have like a stamp page, a passport where you can go around and have them stamp. And we kind of just blitzed a bunch of places in one day, so I figured it would be nice to keep that in here. And then when we went to dinner that night, they gave us a takeout box that had a sticker on it. And of course I had to make everyone pause so that I could peel the sticker off of the takeout box and take it home with me. This spread, I don't love how it turned out. I feel like I was really phoning it in with these stickers, which is 1000% true. Obviously I like to look at them, that's nice, but I wish I had done something more, and I feel like I probably ended up like this because I felt like I was pressed for time, or like I had to just like fill the page and be done with it. And I'm realizing that I don't love pressuring myself like that. Here, let's see, I finished knitting a pair of socks. So I have the sticker that I printed with my Canon selfie printer. I forget where I saw this as like a suggested technique, but it is certainly fun. It's better than just writing the name of the socks. I cut out a piece of the ball band from the yarn, so I remember both what I worked with, but also more importantly, so I have stuff to glue into my planner, and then I have a little snippet of the yarn that I used to make the socks that I basically just like sewed in here onto the paper, and like it's staying together pretty well for now. But if I were concerned about it like ripping more, I would honestly just put a piece of clear tape on it and leave it there. I'm actually pretty pleased with this page. So I have just like, what was this, like a napkin, I think? A napkin that I glued on a piece of thicker stock paper so that it wouldn't tear apart. Just wrote this with Tombow. And then I like printed out, once again, a photo from my Canon selfie printer, did some journaling on the back. This is also a napkin that I grabbed from the same event because the theme was like Wild West for some reason. Some journaling behind that, and then my mom sent me some stuff in the mail, and I saved the note that she put in that envelope in my journal. I managed to finish reading a book. This is actually really fun to doodle, even though I'm sure it looks nothing like the actual book cover. But the great thing is that after you do your, or well, in my case, because I like to draw the cover of the book, after you do it, if you're not comparing it directly to the cover of the book, it could be legit. You don't know. So I really like the effect after the fact, regardless of what it originally looked like. On this page, you can see that there's like some little smudges, and that is because I'm a very sweaty person, and if I write in, where is it? If I write in this thick red ink, which has a lot of glitter in it, I tend to later when I'm flipping through my journal smudge it with my sweaty fingers, and then I wipe those fingers on other pages. So you'll notice that a lot throughout this book, that as soon as I started using this red ink, I started getting these sparkly red fingerprints everywhere. And that is that. If you're wondering what's going on back here, it's that I used some very wet glue to glue something to this page, or to this page, and I am keeping it from all the other pages with like a little folder. Ooh, this guy's starting to come off. All right, so that is it for May in my Wonderland 222 planner.